I don't think you can say dumpster baby on a podcast or a
sure
web show because we're live right now.
Got him.
So, hey guys, obviously it's Sunday and we are back with Todd and Dillon and myself. I'm Joe. We're at RadJunk, the video game store of Northwest Florida. I don't even know what to call ourselves. We're just a game store.
Pardon our exhaustion. We'll get right into it.
Okay, so last week we were tired because of trade night. This week we're tired because we may or may not have driven about an hour and a half away.
Yeah, to pick up an Outrun cabinet.
Like an Outrun arcade cabinet, a sit-down one.
You sit in.
Where there's like some actuators in it. When you turn, the seat slides and tilts. So it gives you this, I don't know, pseudo virtual reality experience.
It's the craziest force feedback thing ever, and
it weighs 700 pounds.
literally 660 pounds to be exact.
Yes.
Minus all the dust that was in it. However, so we get to the guy's house to pick up this thing, which thank you, sir. We appreciate it. You gave us a great deal on the cabinet, and we're super cool about the whole thing. And so there were four of us. Little baby Tony was there.
That's you.
Tony's here.
Hey, Tony.
And basically, we each grabbed a corner and we lifted this thing into the truck, and it fit beautifully.
I mean, 6.5 foot bed, 6.5 foot cabinet.
They
Yeah.
made that truck for an Outrun cabinet.
Pretty
Yeah.
much. And so we're like, okay, cool. We ride back to the shop. Apparently this thing disassembles in a way that it's supposed to be shipped. And then once you disassemble, it's supposed to be like, 5 bolts, and then you put it back together.
According to the manual, Tony, can you grab the manual to Outrun? It's over by the toolbox, I think.
But essentially, you take this thing apart, it slides into a base, and then it's supposed to, just go back on. You bolt it back together. Well, see, we kind of didn't think it through too much
Toolbox.
when we loaded it in, because we may or may not have loaded it backwards.
Yeah, we loaded it CRT towards the cab.
Yeah, so
portion
heavy
of the
side
vehicle.
forward,
Check inside the toolbox.
which seemed about right. Tony's looking for the manual right now so we can kind of show you.
Yeah, I want to show you what it told us. It told us, hey, it's not a big deal.
Oh,
We
undo
got
this
a
bolt,
bolt
undo
here,
that
a
bolt,
bolt there.
undo the 28 connectors in the 7 different pin positions. And
Yeah, so
whatever.
30 bolts later and 90 pin connectors.
And not only that, but 2 trips to Harbor Freight. It was basically, we disassembled it in the truck. We lifted each half, which neither would really fit through the door of the shop. So we had to do some maneuvering. And
we had to take it
whatnot.
apart even more.
And bear in mind, we started this at about 9 a.m. today.
Yellow toolbox.
And we literally finished. And Tony can't find the toolbox because he's not using his Specialized, but that's okay. Anyway, we got it apart after some reverse engineering and whatnot, and just
Yeah.
sheer willpower.
Yeah,
It's in the shop.
it's in the shop. It's not put back together and it's not running, so don't get excited and run down here.
We're about halfway there.
Yeah, it's going to take a minute.
The hard part's done. We just need to redo the connections, and then a couple bolts. We're good to go. But yeah, this Outrun cabinet's crazy. Come down and play it next week.
In other news,
News.
RadJunk has a new vehicle.
We do. Not officially yet.
But, yeah. Got
But
a truck.
finally. So all those big hauls and all of you that have let me borrow your truck in the past, thank you. And yeah,
So
the Rad Wagon will ride.
It's been quite a day.
absolutely.
Quite a day.
But a fun day.
Yeah, it's been a
It's
fun
kind
day.
of fun.
Some plans for what we're doing for the Let's Play afterwards. I grabbed a couple of games out of my collection. One of them I haven't played yet. This week we thought, me and Dillon love to play golf. We grabbed Aqua Teen Hunger Force's Zombie Ninja Pro-Am Golf, made by Midway. It's the Blitz of Zombie Pro-Am golf games.
Yes.
So if y'all want to get a good look at that.
And I guess you can play as a cup with a straw.
Yeah, that's the characters.
Have you never watched Aquatine?
Yeah, you got Shake, Meatwad, and Fry. And obviously, that Meatwad's just like a disgusting ball of meat, like a meatball. And then you got
Makes
Shake,
sense.
and then Fry.
Makes sense.
Says kill, golf, and race. So,
Oh, and race?
yeah, part of it
You're
says
gonna
race.
race a
Oh, that
golf
manual
cart.
looks cool.
Oh, yeah, let's get it. Get him too. Look at Fry. The Shake has about my score on there. There's a good look into the.
It's kind of neat.
So you can see the zombie artwork in there. So
So-
that's pretty cool.
You playing that and a couple other games?
I picked this game up a while back. I don't know if y'all know, the newer Contra games are usually kind of like a 3D runabout game. Contra Shattered Soldier is still in the fashion of like Alien Wars and what's the Contra and Jenny called again?
Hardcore.
Contra Hardcore. So it is 2D, but it's 3D rendered. Looks super serious. Disgusting bosses and sprites. I mean, it's pretty cool. So we're going to get into that one today as well.
Those two are awesome. I grabbed a couple random PS1 games that we might check out. We might even let Tony play if he's a good boy today.
Grab spiders.
We'll see. We'll see.
Spiders.
So yeah,
right next to it.
after we talk about some stuff, be sure to catch the second live video that we do, where we just play some games. You might see some stuff you haven't seen before. Denise, yes, Console Wars is an epic book. I haven't finished it yet. Started the audio version. Todd brought that in because he loves it.
I was reading it recently. I think we talked about it on
Yeah, you touched
2
on
weeks
it
ago.
a couple weeks ago.
The forward is done by Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg. It reads like a corporate espionage type book, but it's followed up with facts and stuff and interviews from both the Nintendo and Sega side of it. But I brought it so y'all get a look at it. If you can find it in your stores, it's a really good book. I'm not a big fan of books, but
He doesn't really know how to read.
I'm not a big reader, as they would say.
Me neither. I'll wait for the movie.
And supposedly there is going to be a movie.
It's coming. I think 2 years out, supposedly.
I don't know, but it looks good. And yeah, so that's the book by Blake J. Harris.
I'm trying to think of some other stuff. Oh, last night we went to the poker run party on Okla's Island. RadJunk donated some arcade cabinets for people to play and to support Emerald Coast Con, which we've touched about on every show. You guys are fully aware of what Emerald Coast Con is now, November 18th and 19th. But yeah, it was a good cause. We earned a little bit of money for the con, and yeah, it was cool.
How many viewers do we got right now?
I'm working on
6. Well, out of y'all that are currently watching,
You half dozen.
you half dozen.
Eight now.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Well, out of the people viewing,
Tell your friends.
do any of y'all know about Spider? It's a PlayStation game. It's not very common. This is the label right there. I don't know if y'all can see it very well. You got short arms.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
So I'm arachnophobic. Seeing this it's kind of cool because I'm terrified of spiders. So, but it looks like you might.
Do you play as a spider?
I think you play as a spider.
I think you do.
I don't know if y'all got a good look.
They have a gun
There's
on
a
the end of his hand?
Yeah, there's a shotgun on the
Wait,
end
what?
on his arm right there, and there's a K-bar on the other. Dylan, take your long, delicious hands and put it in front of the camera.
Hey Sam, can you give me a metal
Boom.
chair? Sorry, I'm sitting in a chair that's like sloping backwards.
Oh, that's
It's
rich.
killing my back after like lifting machines
What?
all day.
Is that?
Okay, so the other game I picked up, I just found this on one of our shelves. What's it called? The Amazing.
The
Sea
amazing
Mon-
virtual sea monkeys. I guess, there was
Is that
a.
a cartoon?
I think it was in the mid '90s. Owning sea monkeys was like a little pet thing that you got for children.
I think that was since like the '60s.
Was it? Well, I was only
Yeah.
alive in the '90s. I was there in the '80s.
I don't know about all that.
Or before. It's kind of got like
Just any
Earthwormy
chair that's
Jim
not like this.
graphics. I mean, take a look. I don't know if you've
Just
looked
any
at
chair
that.
that's not like sloping down. Yeah, the graphics look kind of like almost like a pre-rendered 3D. It's really colorful and weird.
Yeah, they definitely look drawn. They're not all like polygons.
It just looks really derpy on the cover and like, I don't know.
Well, it looks like a cartoon that would be like from the 80s or something.
Tony's definitely going to be playing this one solo.
Yeah, maybe on the 24-hour stream we can see how many sea monkeys Tony can raise.
Yeah, it's a puzzle game apparently. So that's kind of what we got lined up right now for the Let's Play.
How many hours does it take to play Seaman on Dreamcast?
Too many days.
Days? Okay. I'll say that'd be a cool one to do over like 24 hours.
Well, I think you could do it over 24 hours because no one sits and plays Seaman for 24 hours straight.
Well, I think
You just got
check
to.
back in on.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is it real time?
Yeah, it's real time. So basically, you do like, I don't know if y'all played Fable, but your
The Wikipedia link doesn't help, Nate. We want to know if anybody's actually played the Spider game.
Yeah. what you can do with Seaman is similar to what you did with Fable, and like in Fable, you would get rent every day based off the time clock on the 360.
Right.
What you do is disconnect from the internet, which we're not gonna have a PS2 hooked up to the internet anyways, and you just go into the settings and change the clock for 2 hours, and then reboot the game. So you could probably play through it quick.
Yeah.
But if you go too forward, then I guess Leonard Nimoy's going to tell you that you killed all your fish. Or your fish man.
Your seaman.
Yes.
Men. I don't.
You can't say it right.
You know, you're setting yourself up.
Sorry. I know it's awful. Sorry, I can't get comfortable today. My back hurts from picking up.
It's only
things.
700 pounds, dude.
Yeah, calm down. Absolutely. Hey.
That sounded like a setup for a mom joke. Okay.
Oh!
Rob just threw a game.
Yes.
He
trying
feels
to
the
trying
same
to
way
tell us
about
something.
Outrun.
So, Outrun.
The game that we just... Alright, so this is the 0.3 pound version of the game that we just unloaded out of the truck. Unfortunately, you put this in your Sega Genesis and your recliner does not sway back and forth. But it is a cheaper and less cumbersome version.
Oh, we got some new stuff in the shop.
Go for it.
We got copy of Harvest Moon on SNES. All you SNES collectors, I know you're after that. We also got Worms Armageddon on N64. I don't know if I want to sell. We
That's
got
a
any
big
N64 collectors out there?
That's a big one.
I saw something else you got in. You had some cool fighting games in on GameCube.
We did.
You got
I think they're already gone.
SNK versus Capcom.
Gone.
GameCube. That Neo Geo game, PS2. The Samurai Showdown Anthology on
That's
PS2.
cool.
Fighting.
Art of Fighting.
Art of Fighting.
Um.
So that's some of the new additions to the store.
Oh, Sam, bring one of those HD consoles over.
We only have 2 left.
What? How much do these things cost?
$50.
All right, let me see. So, if you haven't seen it yet, everybody's on this kick of hooking up their NESs or whatever their modern systems are via HDMI. And we got in some new, their clone systems are made by Retrobit. They play NES games. And this is it. It's called the RES. And it comes with 2 controllers that are wired. It's got HDMI out as well as composite. And it runs off USB power supply. It's really compact, and the games look really good on it. I was actually surprised.
How do the controllers feel?
Controllers, they're not the best. The buttons are angled, so this is the unit itself. It's kind of small. It's small in its weird color scheme, but the construction, it doesn't feel bad.
How are the pens? Like does it have the Retron problem?
It's definitely got a grip on them, but nowhere near as bad as the Retron 5 was.
Tony, hand me an NES game.
Um,
It doesn't matter.
So we got a couple of these left. This is the controller. Like I said, your A and B button are angled. So like when you're playing a game and you kind of like if you're running in Mario and then you like roll your thumb to jump, it's kind of odd. Because I play with like this part of my thumb, not my actual like finger pad. It's tough.
Yeah, it is.
Well, that's not as bad as the Retron 5.
Oh, absolutely not. You feel like you're gonna.
Retron 5,
I think-
you have to pick the console up and tear it apart.
Yeah, and I think that the reason why that's so tough is the console itself is so small
And light. Yeah.
and light. It's tough to get a grip on it. Other than that, these controllers aren't bad, but they do use original NES controllers, which are cool. 'Cause it's got the ports.
And if you like them, you can check them out on Facebook, Retro Bit Gaming, or you can come into
Yeah,
the store.
Retrobit sells them. We sell them. We've got some in stock. They're they're nice little units. If I didn't have an NES, I'd grab one. We've got 2 left, so if anybody wants them,
Come
get
on,
in there now.
They're light and small enough, so if you go out of town, go on a vacation, you could easily just bring a couple of your favorite NES games and then take this
exactly.
with you, hook it up to a TV in the hotel room.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. And like, we ran a few games through it the other day, including some homebrews and ROM hacks and stuff, and it played all of them fine. Sound was a little tinny, like no low end, but it sounded pretty good. Picture was fantastic, nice and crisp. So yeah, we got a couple left. If you guys want to come check them out, you can. We might still have one hooked up, or we'll hook one up at some point. So yeah, that's a new addition to the shop.
I'm going to toss this over to Tony.
Yeah, Tony's our stagehand today. We need all the help we can get because we're all falling asleep. Um,
All right, anything new for the Bill Williams corner? Did we get anything?
I am currently watching a game on eBay right now, so in about 4 days.
don't tell them.
What?
Don't tell people.
They don't know what game it is.
What game is
Okay. Well, don't.
Good try, sir. I'm gonna try to steal it from me. No, but I'm gonna keep my eye on it. It's at a really good price right now. There's only one of it on eBay for buy it now, but they want way too much. So I'm watching the auction right now. So hopefully it'll.
What
stay
platform
pretty
is it
low.
on?
Amiga.
Amiga.
Yeah. It's just a very obscure title. Never see it pop up. That's why that buy it now has actually been on eBay for weeks.
What are the 800 games?
Necromancer is one.
Necromancer, Salmon, and is Sinbad on 800?
No, Amiga.
No, there's another one. I can't remember.
There's a really cool looking one on Amiga. I don't remember the name of it, but
Alley Cat on the 800?
Alley Cat's I think Amiga.
It may also be on the 800.
Yeah.
I think that was a late 800 game.
What is the VIC? Is that another computer?
VIC 20.
Yeah.
That was another computer. It was more popular in Europe, though, I believe.
I saw somewhere on the internet that Salmon Run may be on that.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm watching that on eBay. Like I typed in Salmon Run VIC and watching it just see if it pops up. But
I can't remember who made that. Was it Sinclair?
I'm not.
I don't remember.
I'm
I've never heard of it.
European old computers. I'm not gonna know jack.
Yeah, the only one I would know would be like a Sinclair ZX80.
The only thing I know about European games, like cool old stuff, is Banana Prince.
Banana Prince.
Okay, so if you guys haven't played Banana Prince, I don't know if you emulate or have multi-cart or whatever. Play it.
You can tell them the story when you bought it.
Our buddy Robert got it from me.
You remember when you bought it? It was after we set up ECC2. Me, you, and Sam went to Olive Garden, and you've been staring at it on your phone on eBay for a while.
Oh yeah.
And you're eating there, and we had a couple of drinks, we were enjoying it, and you were like, you know what? Screw it, I'm buying a Banana Prince.
I think I had some eBay credit, some eBay bucks, so I got a decent deal on it. Banana Prince was a PAL only game.
Who was the publisher?
I don't remember. I almost said it was Takara.
Oh god.
It almost plays like, I don't want to say it because I don't want people to think I'm just trying to hype the game. It almost plays like Samson. It reminds me of Samson for some reason.
Well, I can see that with like the cartoony side of it.
Yeah.
It was very
The art style.
Yeah,
of
the art
it,
style
yeah,
was
absolutely.
very similar. I didn't play much of it to kind of get a feel for the gameplay.
But it's a super fun action platformer, and PAL only, kind of rare. And you're a little dude and you run around and collect bananas and fight enemies.
And now Robert owns it.
Robert does own it.
Attaboy, Robert.
Collection. So if you have an NES and you're able to pick up a copy, clip your lockout chip. It's just one pin, easy to do. You're good to go.
Also, we need to plug our obligatory ECC news.
I already talked about it a little bit.
Yeah. Go over again. Retro console room, right next to the bar.
Okay, if you want to experience an interactive museum of gaming history, come to the retro console room, but grab a drink on your way in, since it's connected to the bar at the Ramada. And we'll have a little corner set up, and we'll write some games in Atari Basic.
Absolutely.
There we go.
Maybe some Commodore 64 games. It'll be a good time. Basically, we're going to have a ton of consoles set up in there. See, ECC is a pretty good size event, and there's a lot going on. From guest that are cosplay, filmmakers, just geeky, nerdy stuff that we all love in general.
Great vendors. We
Excellent
got
vendors.
We're gonna have tournaments. Obviously, we're gonna have the.
Did you mention the arcade
Well,
cabinets?
hold on, I'm getting there.
I tell you what, arcade cabinet will not be at ECC.
Oh,
Outrun.
I'm sorry, Outrun 2 is not gonna be there.
Outrun will not be at ECC
Absolutely.
unless
not.
we pay someone to move it
Or buy a new door.
or knock down a wall.
Yeah, absolutely. We just back the truck up
And we
through the
just
cinder block.
tie it to the back of the truck and just drag it down the road. It's got wheels on it.
Yeah,
Just
we
let it
can.
roll.
Also, at ECC, we'll be doing a live podcast.
We will be doing a live podcast.
Yep.
Last year, Todd, myself, and our great friend, Sir David Michael, all did a panel. We're going to get Dillon in on that this year, and we're going to do a live podcast, probably with Sir David Michael once again. And we're just going to talk about games. We'll do a live Let's Play, stuff like that. But what I was getting to before Todd rudely interrupted me with all of his mindless blabber and banter, one of the coolest things at ECC is the retro console room and the arcade, because you get to play stuff that you normally wouldn't. Like a lot of who's gonna ever get the chance to play Soldier Blade on TurboGrafx in the wild?
Absolutely nobody.
Yeah, that'll be there.
Or anything, period, on 3DO.
That's very true.
True.
Yeah. Good consoles that are available to get that you don't see too often. My favorite setup from ECC 1, we had Bird Game on 32X.
Calibri.
Somebody loaned us a copy of Lords of Thunder for Sega CD. And I literally just
Are you sure it was a Sega CD? Because my copy for TurboGrafx was there.
Yes, I got one for Sega CD
okay.
from somebody, and I put it in the Sega CD, turned the CRT's volume up to like 11. 11 means a lot. It was probably like 32. But and I just let the music crank because it had the most rockin' soundtrack. The light's gonna be out, LED lights going around the floor, kind of like an old school arcade.
It's gonna be fantastic.
So good, I might have a fog machine in there a little bit.
Fog machine.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Good
People
idea.
smoke in arcades.
Can
back
it look
then.
like Flynn's Arcade and Tron?
Absolutely.
In the newest
take your word
Tron,
for it.
Oh my god, the newest Tron movie where he walks in, flips the switch and everything comes on.
Yeah,
That'll be like the retro console room.
absolutely.
It's man.
So excited for
Hey,
ECC.
ECC is just getting better and better.
It's getting closer and closer, so make sure. I think the
Get-
pre-orders.
Get your hotel rooms now. I think pre-sale weekend passes are $25 right now for the entire weekend.
That's insane.
And that sale ends, I believe, in a week. And if you use the coupon code to get a room at the Ramada, I think it's $69 a night, which is killer because the Ramada is right on the beach.
Absolutely nice.
Literally footsteps.
Do they have to mention the
There,
convention in order to get
there
the
is a
rates?
coupon code on the Emerald Coast Con page as well as emeraldcoastcon.com, I believe.
Okay.
You'll be able to find it. Just look on social media or the website. Either one will work for you.
Any new games they want to talk about or anything coming out?
You know what? I would mention Atlas, but y'all are just going to shoot me down.
Well, what
The
do you
new
got?
Atlas
The dancing games?
Well, I already talked about that one.
Well,
What
what do
else
you
is
got?
coming?
What now?
Well, let's see. They just announced that Etrian Odyssey 5 will be coming out at the end of October, I believe, on 3DS. So,
Have you played
it's
it?
pretty solid. No, it hasn't come out yet.
Have you played the other ones?
No. But I want to play this one because it's going to be. It looks incredible.
Has anybody that's currently watching the podcast played the Destiny 2 beta?
No one cares.
Ah,
So
no.
I heard mixed things.
All right, so I don't know what there could be bad, other than the fact that it was really short, ends with a cliffhanger.
Well, it's a
Literally
It's a beta.
a cliffhanger.
It's a beta.
Here's the thing
They
that
want to draw you into it.
Destiny's going to need to do to bring me in. I've tried playing it twice on 2 different consoles just to get myself into it. When I played it on PS4, which was the second time I played it, I put about 10 hours in.
Greg said he played it.
What do you think, Greg?
Ben says not enough content.
Boom. I totally agree.
Well,
It's a beta.
Hey Ben, is it not enough content in the beta, or are you just talking about the first Destiny? Because the first Destiny, yeah, you could beat through everything, but gathering the weapons you wanted with the certain features you wanted the gun to have and specs, that was the.
Greg says same game.
The thing is, I played the alpha and the beta for the first Destiny, and just playing those, I could tell that it was going to be a grind fest.
Well, they did change up the game a good bit.
I need some more story.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be a little bit more story driven, because I think people like that. I like that a lot. I liked doing the cooperative.
That was cool. I remember playing in the beta, playing with other people, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah, Greg, the new powers are awesome. Finally, being a solar power for the Warlock that actually does damage instead of just coming back to life. I think that's good. They're probably getting rid of the self-res thing because it was kind of a crutch. But the biggest thing is now you can have a scout rifle in the secondary class, so you can have a very powerful scout rifle. You can have a machine gun in the secondary or the primary class. They really switched up to where before they were relegated with, rocket launchers are heavy, shotguns are secondary, and pistols were primary.
I don't think anybody cares.
No, it was a big deal because the game was totally focused on the equipment you had, like any RPG.
Yeah. And you know what really turned me off in the beta? May sound silly, but Peter Dinklage's voice acting. I still remember it. It is the worst voice acting I've ever heard in a game. And I was like, this is...
you were not mad that they removed Half-Man?
From Destiny?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't play it without him, but I imagine it couldn't get any worse. Literally, his voice acting was god-awful. Like, I've never heard anything that bad.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Yeah.
I didn't really pay attention until one day I think it was the big update that came. I forgot the name of the DLC. And all of a sudden it wasn't Peter.
Taken King.
Oh, it wasn't Dinklebot.
People are going to think I'm stupid for saying this, but I'm excited about the new patch that came out for No Man's Sky.
Oh, about the multiplayer?
Yeah. Apparently it added a lot to the game.
Mm-hmm.
And
what was promised like a year and a half ago?
I don't think... Only that one PR dude promised it. Going into the game, I had no thought in my mind that it was multiplayer.
What game?
No Man's Sky.
Are you talking about the was it Sean guy that kept going to all these different talk shows and stuff
Yeah,
like
but
that?
see, I had never seen an interview with him, so I didn't even...
Well, I watched a couple of them, and I remember one of them, he specifically says, like, yeah, you will be able to go around this universe and you will run into other players. It's not going to be in the very beginning because, everybody's going to, I guess, start on their own planet. But
I thought it was terrible. I bought the PS4 and No Man's Sky.
Dylan Keenan says you look beautiful.
He's absolutely
he
right.
has got some good taste.
Yes.
Well, back to what I was going to say about No Man's Sky. Obviously, all the hype made it seem awesome. I play Xbox One exclusively. So when that came out and it wasn't on Xbox, I bought a PS4 to play it. I got it, and I was like, oh, okay, this is probably just the tutorial. I got to go here, pick up this mineral. The entire game is just grinding away, picking up minerals.
But see, here's what I like about the game. I like that I can go home and sit down and, veg out, and it was my,
Just
play Harvest Moon.
Just walk around.
Just play Harvest Moon.
Yeah, I just wanted to, explore. Get my spaceship, fly around.
You know what that game, you know what game was like that for me? And it's not like a huge game like that where you could probably sink well over 100 hours into No Man's Sky. But I pre-ordered the digital copy of Everybody's Gone to the Rapture on PS4.
I heard that was really good.
Well, the thing is, all the trailers that led up to it, you really couldn't tell what kind of game it was going to be. They were basically just showing how...
Janet said that game was so much work.
What?
No Man's Sky.
Oh,
I want to hear more about Everybody's Gone to the Rapture.
Yeah. Janet. Just kidding. But, no, so Everybody's Gone to the Rapture ended up being just that basically what they call now a walking simulator. And but the thing is, you walk around this old English village where everybody has just disappeared. You have no idea when you first start, and you walk around and basically you piece the story together by these little, I guess, interactions that you have with. It's like the town can hold memories, so you're watching these memories play out from things that happened in the town, I guess right before the rapture or whatever happened.
Is it like one of those indie games you can download, or is there a hard copy?
Yeah.
You know what I think it reminds me of? There's an indie game, I'm sure it's on PS4, where you play an astronaut that lands on Mars finally.
Soma?
I think that is it.
Is it Soma? Where you get there and you find out there's a city, you start looking more and you find old 50s Soviet tech on it.
Sounds like Soma. I could be wrong.
I haven't played that game a lot. I downloaded it on Steam, and I haven't played through it.
Well, there is a game out there, and I don't remember the name of it. Janet and me watched the trailer for it a couple times. It was kind of artsy, low pressure kind of game. You're just kind of hopping around. Once again,
Yeah, Ben, I think it is Soma that he's talking about.
and you're putting it back together. The story together.
Oh,
That's the thing. Everybody's Gone to the Rapture was tops, and I enjoyed the experience. I just walked around, enjoyed the scenery. 'Cause, I mean, it does look absolutely incredible. It took me about 4 hours. Maybe.
Has anyone played Life is Strange?
Yes,
My brother
Yes,
has. He
I
really
did.
likes it.
I played it. I downloaded it since it was a PS Plus game, and yeah, it
Doesn't really
it was
appeal
incredible.
to me.
That's what I said.
Well, you know what?
I watched the trailer and I'm like, I'm not feeling it.
It was different. It's like
Is it like indie game My So-Called Life?
I don't know my so-called
I feel
life
like
is,
it's
but
this suicidal chick that's running around looking at like.
no, basically.